Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm gonna try and make this video very short. I was reading this article from Spirit of Error. It speaks about an artist from the Bethel Church, Amanda Cook. But it highlights very important points that I wanna discuss here. So, it actually speaks about worship songs that are being sang during a church service. Songs that contain very vague lyrics, like you cannot actually make sense as to what the artist is trying to convey to the listeners. So the question was, what is the purpose of the worship song? Like, shouldn't be the purpose song be teaching the listeners or the people who are singing it like something, you see? Because you see, a lot of people when they are singing in church or even like playing hymns or songs on your phone, those songs have a great impact on people. Like, they have a lot of influence. People are easy at catching lyrics. They are very, very much they are very, very quick at catching lyrics. So it's very easy for people to catch lyrics. That's what I meant. So it's even much easier to catch it's even much quicker to catch lyrics than it is to remember what was taught in a sermon. Because think about children. Children would remember a song that was sung in church, but they would probably not remember what the sermon was about. It's not just children, even elderly people have the same issue. Some people forget, like when they walk out of the church, already they forgot what the sermon was about. Or even maybe they remember the heading, but they don't remember the exact message. So the question was, shouldn't the gospel songs, the worship songs, shouldn't they then contain the gospel, the truth about Jesus? And the answer to that, if they were asking me, would be yes. Because what's the purpose of worship songs? It's to also contain the gospel and send it to the people across. You see? Because if you're going to sing songs that are vague, people are not going to be sure of your viewpoint about God. And maybe some people who don't even know the gospel won't know it even more because you don't share the gospel with them. So I think they should contain a gospel. I believe that worship songs should contain a gospel, because that's another instrument that we can use to preach the gospel, to share the gospel, to send the gospel across. So yeah. And another thing is that the viewpoint, most of these points that I'm mentioning, you will go through them in the article once I will put it on the description below. And another thing is that the viewpoint and the intention of the artist is very, very important. They're very points that this Amanda Cook made on an interview, that which she was trying to explain the lyrics, and which makes it sound very vague because I couldn't make sense of what she was saying. But you could hear from what she's saying. Like, it's written here, these 4 points, the 4 points that you see. You could pick it up from what she's saying is that she's trying to be inclusive. She's trying to cover a very broad area, but she's trying to keep it as vague as possible. So I don't know whether she was doing it on purpose or it was a mistake, but it doesn't look like that. So there's a reason why we sing worship songs in churches. As it says here, we actually have an opportunity to sing songs from the world, like songs, R&B songs, maybe other songs like love songs. We can sing those songs in the church, but we don't, because they do not fit the atmosphere of the church. Like, they do not, I don't know how to put this, but they're not good songs or perfect songs for worshiping, you see. So there's a reason why we have worship songs, and worship songs should contain the gospel. They must contain the gospel. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters.